Was Alma too sweet for you? Do you have a more perverted sense of humor? Well, I got the perfect webcomic for you. Hey there, ghosts and ghouls. Do you like sweet, little bit of spooky humor, but have a perverted sense of humor on top of that? Well then, this is the perfect comic for you. This is My Pet Succubus by Carlos G. My Pet Succubus is a webcomic. I'll leave a thing in my description so you can click it. It's about a witch who tries to summon a succubus. She does not get what she thinks of. This is all described in the first two comic pages, so I'm not ruining anything for you. She summons a succubus. And for you of those that don't know what a succubus is, it's a lust demon. An incubus is a male succubus, a succubus is a female. They're lust demons, usually known for sleeping with people and then killing them or using their bodies to get what they want, to do things, different stuff like that. If you're a video gamer, an RPG, or a MMO, or anything that does RPG style things, tabletop game, anything like that, you will know a succubus. It is a traditional bad guy you have to fight. Usually, they're overly sexualized, long hair, big boobs, big butts, stuff like that. That is not the case in this situation. Succubus the witch summoned looks like a teenage girl. She is very flat-chested, wears glasses, short hair, big eyes, and is as innocent as you can be. She should not be a succubus. The only thing that makes her somewhat look like it is she has little horns, pointed ears. They could tell I know she has wings, fangs, and red eyes. But she is a super genius, as sweet as can be, and knows nothing of sexuality. It could be considered fetishy, but really, the whole comic plays it off as a joke. Which, much to the witch's disdain, because she summoned her for one job. And ends up becoming like a mother to her. It's actually quite a funny setup. Now, this comic does do some perverted humor. So if you don't like that, I wouldn't read this. Me, I got a crude sense of humor. So I'm good with that. You will be seeing images flash on the screen of the characters, and you can tell right away, Succubus does not look like a succubus, and the witch looks usually not what they make the witch look like. Now, it all just circles around their daily life. It more of is a slice of life comic, a lot more like Alma than anything else. Doesn't just focus purely on the pervertedness. It focuses very strongly on the relationship of the characters, the succubus really getting into what she should do, how she should work, how things happen, but it's different. She's not quite sure on how everything is works, so it's different. And I like that. But let me talk about each of the characters. There are about 5 characters that are very repeating. The main character, or the title character of the story, the succubus, is named Gazelle. Gazelle, I don't remember, I can't pronounce it well. I hear it in my head, but I can't say it out loud. She's daughter of Belphegor, one of the most feared demons of the underworld for stupid reasons. The witch's name is Natasha. And then you also have the witch's brother, who I keep forgetting his name because there is a problem with this. This Gisela is very polite. She calls everyone sir and ma'am. So I don't hear his name much. Now the witch's brother is a nervous wreck, very dorky kind of teenage boy. I really like his jacket though, by the way. Who has a horrible crush on Gisela, who does not notice whatsoever. Then you have Natasha's boyfriend, who, as far as I know, has not actually been given a name. He rarely ever talks. He's supposed to be the traditional really hot guy, blonde hair, has glasses, but's really sweet. Gisela has a crush on him, but he's with Natasha. He treats Gisela like a little sister. And apparently him and Natasha have hot wild sex in one comic where they give her earphones to drown it out, and she doesn't know why until that night, and you hear her going, the earphones don't help. But I digress. It's one of the dirtier humors. The last character is an angel that's kind of Gisela's friend / rival. They don't show her much, but she has been shown a lot. That's say she was the last character. There is one more. One of the greatest characters in this comic. You see, I said Gisela is a genius. She loves computers. Natasha only has an old beat-up computer and says she'll only buy a new one when that one breaks. So Gisela tries to upgrade it, and instead brings it sentience. It is now determined to take over the world. Unfortunately, it can only go as far as its power cord allows. This character is awesome because it is the traditional robot character with plans of grandeur and taking over the world, but it isn't. Think if someone made a robot Deadpool with less emotion. That's kind of how this computer turns out. I don't really know if you should be afraid of it or you should just pity it. But it's hilarious. Now, the comic itself is very sweet in the way it goes from Natasha trying to turn Gisela into a traditional succubus and basically sex thing into becoming a mother by complete accident. And they comment on this. There's even a comic where Gisela says the phrase, hey, she's going to a sleepover and she's going to take the witch's book to try and summon a monster or prank call a bunch of other demons. You find that out later. And the witch, Natasha, says, just be careful, you don't want to accidentally summon a demon or something you can't control. And Gisela says, oh, and fall into a mother-daughter relationship by complete accident. And Natasha just goes, yeah, like that. The whole thing is very slice of lifey, though. Basically has an unprepared parent having to raise a teenage daughter that she doesn't know she gets. The character designs are actually really nice. They're very anime, but with the bright colors traditional of American drawings. The lines are bolder, too. The outlines are very bold in this for each character, which, again, isn't seen a lot in this. It's a nice mashup of a traditional Japanese with traditional American cartoon styles. And I like that. And characters even kind of pull on that. You can see where its influences lie. And if you like a lot of fan service, this only kind of does it. You'd think a comic like this would have fan service out the butt, but it only kind of does. It has the characters in different outfits, different costumes, different things, but it doesn't try and make it over-sexually. That's what I kind of do like about it. And whenever someone brings it up, it gets like pushed down. Like, I have one where Natasha's sick and Gazella dresses up as a nurse with a giant needle. You know, the anime style, that's the weird fetishy stuff. And then Natasha says something perverted and Gazella goes, "Oh no, this is your shot to get better. Now bend over, I really got to give this to you, it's medicine." And Natasha's freaking out, going, "What? No!" It's quite a funny setup for something like that. It's all quite funny, actually, and it always focuses on Gazella isn't an idiot. She's actually quite intelligent. They show her. She just doesn't get things. She's brilliant. She knows medicine. She knows computers. She knows books. She knows famous literature. But she doesn't understand things that a normal human would. And a lot of that is funny. And then you got Natasha, who understands it way too much. She's that perverted girlfriend in every anime or perverted character. Usually that's a boy, but in a girl body this time. And the setup between the two are hilarious. Now, the comic, I read it on to pass. I read most of my webcomics on here. There's a few I don't. They do mark some if they have dirtier humor. There is not any nudity that I know of. I've read through all of them. If you get his Patreon, you can get some adult-only comics. I've not seen them. I don't know if they're really adult-only or if it's an in-joke. I can't afford anyone's Patreon. Sorry to people I like. I have to support you by looking at your content. Now, unlike Alma, this comic doesn't, what's it called? Doesn't have a storyline in any of them. Other than a 3 or 4 page thing that's just kind of one-shot offish. One where Gazelle decides to start going to high school is a couple pages. It's just, all of it's, doesn't feel like it's a whole, it's a bunch of one-shot pages. You can read them in any order, as long as you read the first 2 and get the characters. That's nice about it. It's a nice quick read. He uploads it every Sunday, or no, every Monday. I read it before I go to work. It's one of the 3 comics I read before work. I read this, Alma, and GamerCat, which GamerCat I will be doing next week, by the way. That one's a completely different bag of cats. See what I did there with the bag of cats? It is yeah, whatever. But this comic I do suggest to you guys. It's sweet. The only problem I would say, though, is some of the perverted jokes. And some of the jokes just don't hit home to me. They just, there's a few that I'm just like, that just isn't great. And, I mean, excuse me, that's a problem. It's, they really should have, some of them I feel like they could have been worked out better. I would like a little more of a running story to go on with this. And some of the more random loose ends being tied up. Also, one thing you do have in this comic that is very fun, every page has a little skull. I don't know what the skull's name is, but he appears in at least one panel of every comic. And you never know where or when you gotta look for him. And it's something I like quite a bit. It's fun to look for him. And I would suggest doing that. People mark in the comments on the comics, I found him, he was in this page, or oh, he was doing this, or it's just something fun. The characters are fun, the designs are actually really nice. Although I do say, Gazelle's is weird. They gave her these weird lips that just look weird constantly. If you see the images on my screen, you'll see they're always just weird. They look bloated or like a bee stung her on the lips. That's one of the disappointments I have in it. I like how characters stand out. Even background characters really do stand out. He gives them each a lot of detail and a lot of look. It's interesting, but again, I suggest this. If you want sweet, nice, but perverted humor, read this. It's a good comic. Not something I would read with kids around, just because if they can read them, they may ask too many questions. But But again, I do suggest it. But I want to know what you think. Did you like this comic? Did you not? Do you think it's too perverted? Do you not like the character designs? Tell me. I like to know. I'd like to know more about it. And if you like this, hit like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing these at least once a week, these Let's Talks. They're just going to be me talking about things I like. Maybe getting some more people to like them. And next week, I'm probably either going to be doing Gamer Cat or Inky and the Bendy and the Ink Machine, if I can ever say the name of that game right. And I'll let you tell me in the comments which ones you want me to do. If no one talks to me again, I will just do what I want. Last time I posted one of these, I actually got quite a good few comments. I usually don't do that. So, thank you. But this is Warlock Boo. Hope to be spoken y'all later. Bye.